Hello, my name is Hector Ivan Cadena Quintero. This video is about how to create a training for maintenance technicians. This specific training has been developed for a particular industry. In this industry, maintenance technicians need to work with electricity, electronics, pneumatics and hydraulics, PLC programming, six-axis robot, mechanics, maintenance safety, quality, attitude, and performance. However, this training is highly specialized for a specific company. In this company, each technician needs to understand all of these areas to a certain level. The skill levels are structured from lowest to highest. Level A, which is the lowest, then B, C, D, and E, which represents the most skilled maintenance technician. In other companies, you may also find levels like maintenance Tech A, Tech AA, Tech AAA, and so on, but that varies by the company. Creating maintenance levels or categories is important because as technicians develop their skills, their compensation should grow accordingly, reflecting their new roles, responsibilities, and knowledge. Each course level and the topic it covers correspond to a certain tier. This complete structure is only a reference. More detailed and specialized content should be developed based on the company type and equipment use. For example, many automation components such as valve that work well in a battery manufacturing facility might not be suitable for a high-pressure die casting environment, where valves can get stuck due to the heavy, dirty, and debris. Conversely, valves designed for die casting might pose fire or explosion risk in a battery plant. This is why training content must be aligned with the specific operational conditions. As the training goes deeper, technicians will work with the specific equipment and brands. For example, you might train using one brand of contactor, while the facility uses a different brand of motor. Even if they perform the same function, small differences between models can confuse those who aren't familiar with them. That's why every training program should be customized. At the beginning, start with one brand and one setup. As technicians become more comfortable with the technology, you can introduce additional brands and variations. I also want to highlight something important: peer learning. There's nothing more powerful than learning on the job. If your training is structured so that experienced technicians mentor new ones, you will create a self-sustaining training system. This way, you only need to add components and update contents when necessary, without having to reteach the basics, saving both time and money. To make the system self-sustaining, there are few requirements, including documentation and coding standards. We'll go over those in more detail in a future video. Well, that's all for now. This table is very useful and self-explanatory. If you have any question, feel free to send me an email and I'll get back to you. Thank you. Bye.